All right, let's talk about a book that for almost 100 years has been famous, or maybe infamous, for all the wrong reasons. D.H. Lawrence's Lady Chatterley's Lover. We're going to peel back that layer of scandal today and really get to what this book is all about.
You see, the thing is, this novel was never really about sex. At its core, it's a powerful story about survival. It's a full-throated argument for how the human soul can be revived in a world that feels like it's trying to snuff it out.
So what is really going on here? Well, to get it, you have to understand the world it begins in, a world that is completely, utterly paralyzed, both spiritually and physically.
Right from the very first page, Lawrence tells us we're living in a tragic age. And boy, does he create a setting that just screams tragedy.
Welcome to Ragby Hall. And I mean, this place isn't just a house, it's basically a tomb. It's this stuffy, lifeless manor where the air is thick with the soot from nearby coal mines. It's the perfect reflection of the spiritual hangover of post-World War I Europe.
And at the center of it all is its master, Sir Clifford Chatterley. Now, he was paralyzed from the waist down in the war, but his condition is so much more than just physical. He's this incredible symbol of the modern world, where our minds have basically declared war on our bodies, where cold, hard logic has cut itself off from instinct, from nature, from life itself. And that constant drone of his motorized wheelchair, that's the sound of the machine age just grinding away at everything natural.
And then there's his wife, Connie. She is trapped right there in that paralysis with him. And you can feel her just slowly withering away, becoming another pretty object in a pretty house, totally cut off from that life force she knows is still somewhere deep inside her.
So the book sets up this powerful, fundamental conflict. And it's not just about a woman choosing between two guys. Not at all. It's a clash between two completely different ways of being. The cold, mechanical, intellectual world of the manor versus the raw, instinctive, living world of the woods. It's a battle between death and life itself.
Okay, so let's leave that world of decay for a minute and step into its complete opposite. On the edge of the estate, there's this forest. It's like a little pocket of wildness that has somehow survived all the industrial blight. It's a place of instinct, of seasons, of authenticity. You know, everything that Ragby Hall is not.
And it's here, in these woods, that Connie meets Oliver Mellors, the gamekeeper. Now, he is no Prince Charming. He's rough, he's a loner, and he has zero patience for the hypocrisy of the so-called civilized world. But he has the one thing Connie is starving for, a real, elemental connection to life. He is life, in direct opposition to the death that Clifford represents.
And through him, Connie discovers the novel's central, and I think most radical idea: tenderness. For Lawrence, this wasn't just about romance. It's an entire philosophy. It's a deep, gut-level respect for life in all its forms, whether it's a tiny chick, a flower, or another human being. And that, he believed, is the only key that can heal a broken world.
And this is where it gets really interesting, because this simple, beautiful idea of tenderness becomes a powerful, radical act of rebellion against an entire way of life.
This is what got the book banned, right? Lawrence describes the physical connection between Connie and Mellors not to shock people, but as something almost sacred. It's a ritual, a way to heal the soul by reconnecting it to the body, to rediscover a kind of life that society had tried so hard to shame and suppress.
He actually had a name for this. He called it blood consciousness. It's this idea of knowing the world not through abstract thought, but through the deep, intuitive wisdom that lives in our bodies, in our blood. For Lawrence, this was the only way to become a whole, feeling person again.
So Connie's journey is this incredible four-step transformation. She starts out as this passive object, just withering away. Then she awakens through nature and touch. She unites that terrible split between her mind and her body. And finally, she rebels, choosing a messy, uncertain but real life over a safe and empty one.
But this personal rebellion, it has much, much bigger implications. It's a direct challenge to the entire modern industrial world.
Because right outside that living forest is the Tevershaw coal mine. Clifford eventually takes it over, running it with this cold, machine-like efficiency. And it represents everything Lawrence was railing against: the exploitation of the earth, the dehumanization of people, and a society built on nothing but greed.
So when Connie finally chooses to leave Clifford for Mellors, she's not just leaving a husband. She is walking away from her social class, her status, her financial security, everything. It is a political act. She is declaring war on a system that puts profits and machines ahead of people and life. It's an act of incredible courage.
Now, the novel doesn't give us some simple, happily ever after ending, but it does leave us with this incredibly powerful message from Mellors' final letter to Connie. His plea, really, is to protect that small, fragile spark of genuine life inside all of us, to keep it safe from the cold winds of a mechanized world.
So why does this 100-year-old book still hit so hard today? Well, because in a way, Lawrence saw our future. We are so disconnected from our bodies, living through screens, often at the expense of real human connection. We're all at risk of becoming modern-day Cliffords, with our minds buzzing with endless information while our bodies and our souls get left behind.
So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. For Clifford, that roaring motorized wheelchair was the machine of his age, the thing that replaced human vitality. What are the roaring machines of our time? What are the things that are separating our minds from our bodies and our souls from the living world?